If you want to be overpowered early and have the perfect start possible, you are in the right place. After 80 hours of in-game experience, I will give you my best progression guide from early to mid-game to make you unstoppable in the game. Following this guide will give you an upgrade to your max HP to a significant amount, 6 spirit charges, unlock 6 weapon types like dual katana, yari, odachi, medium and longbow, and lots of quick fire or sub weapons. Also, an additional 4 armor sets, multiple build defining charms, lots and lots of money and materials, almost max skill tree for Atsu in general, and ultimately 100% completion for Yotei grasslands and Ishikari plains, which are more than enough to give you the perfect start in the game. The very first step is of course beating the tutorial sequence of the game and beating the snake, which is your first major boss in the game. You will be thrown into a fight with his thugs as well, and everything is straightforward from here. My aim for this guide is to lead you into the right direction and get all of the possible upgrades, so I will not be giving specific instructions on how to beat a certain boss to save time, as all of the bosses or elite enemies in this game are pretty easy to beat if you just master the basics, especially in the early game. I will also be skipping giving directions on how to complete the platforming sections of shrines, since they are all pretty straightforward and you will never get lost while doing it. Going back to the steps, and once the snake is dead, you will be thrown into a series of cutscenes visiting your old home. From here, complete every memory that you can find to have a little bit of backstory. You can find memories by looking for a person's silhouette around your house, indicating that there's a memory available for you to complete. Once you find one, holding the DualSense face button will transfer you back to the past to interact with the event. This will also teach you the basics of combat and weapon upgrading. But what is important here is Jubei's memory near your father's forge. This will give you 200 coins as you are so broke right now, and this is a good start. And afterwards, you can fix the bamboo strikes on the other side of your yard to gain 1 spirit charge right off the bat. I activated these bamboo strikes later in the game, so our spirit charge may be different from one another while you are following this guide, but it will autocorrect itself since we will be getting all of the bamboo strikes in the area anyway. The next step is liberating the old inn, and this is one of your first major objectives once the open world has been unlocked, and I'm showing you the location on the screen right now. Head to the inn and a series of cutscenes will play, and eventually you will unlock the Onryo's Howl, a nice bonus skill to take out multiple targets by terrifying them into being sitting ducks. After spending the night in the inn, you will also unlock Bow Merchant Run, and she is the one who sells the bows and upgrades them. You don't have the money to buy bows for now, so don't stress about it too much and buy them later. Take note that Ran will appear in the field as well when resting in your camp from time to time, so even if you did not meet her in the old inn, she will find herself to you later on. If you want to have loads of money now and get all of the bows, I've covered the best early money farming spots and methods separately if you want to be rich now, or you can just follow my progression guide since I'll be giving you hints where to farm for money later on. In the same location, unlock the bounty master Kojiro by simply speaking to him. Starting from now, make it a habit to accept every bounty that you can get from bounty boards when you can. This will allow you to complete bounties and make money on the side while following the next steps in this guide. Now I will be skipping asking you to do a certain bounty in this guide, as these bounties are pretty straightforward and their locations are pinned on the map. You just need to remember while following this guide, try to do bounties on the side. If a certain bounty is tied to a charm or an armor, it will surely be included in the guide. Near Kojiro the bounty hunter, talk to the map merchant Isaburo to unlock his shop. I normally buy all of his stuff whenever he has new map to sell, but for this one, you can skip it since I'll be guiding you in finding all of the points of interest in the area anyway. But when you are in the late mid to end game, make sure to buy all of his maps. Just like Bow Merchant Run, he also visits you randomly whenever you set up a camp in the field. He will also ask you to look for a specific monk, but we will go back to this quest later on. The next step is getting your second armor in the game, the Taro's armor. Taro is also another merchant where you can buy raw materials for your crafting needs, and he also visits you randomly whenever you set up a camp while exploring the landscapes. Rather than waiting for chances, we will forcefully visit his location for you to get the Taro's armor early to have early decent stats. Head to the location that I'm showing on the screen right now, and once you interact with him, he will give you the armor. You'll be fighting bandits to complete this interaction, but nothing too serious. After getting the armor, fast travel back to the old inn and talk to Ginji to unlock his armor upgrade shop. The base stats of Taro's armor are fine for now and you don't need to upgrade it. I will tell you which ones are the best to upgrade later on. While you are here, take note as well that Ainu merchants also sells hats, masks, and armor dice. By now, you've unlocked mostly the key merchants in the game, so it is time to properly start our exploration of Yotei grasslands. If you are getting value so far and looking for more Ghosts of Yotei guides, subscribe to the channel. Liking the video and engaging in the comments helps me more than you can imagine. The next step is clearing the old stable quest, which I'm showing you the location on the screen right now. There will be a series of cutscenes and eventually you will fight to protect the stable. And after that, you can now change the color of your horse and give it a name. Exciting quest here where we will now unlock the dual katana. Head to the location that is on the screen right now near the old stables. And you will eventually make a long climb to reach the dual katana master after reaching the entrance of Mount Yotei. After the long straightforward parkour and mountain climbing, you will be trained by Hanbei. Just complete the sequence of training and you will get spirit charge as a bonus. At the end of the training, the dual katana will be yours to counter yari users. Fast travel back to your home and we will be exploring the east side of Yotei grassland first. Unlock the Green Hill Wolf Den to have your first wolf skill tree upgrade. Just follow the wolf and it will lead you to an enemy camp where you will free another captive wolf. You will be following this format every time you unlock a wolf's den, so take note of this format. Unlocks wolf's house first, so you do have a chance to summon your companion when you use the Onryo's howl. Don't mind the upgraded wolf's vengeance here, and this is a separate recording. Near the previous wolf's den, head to False Rest Shrine and complete the series of long mountain climbing and parkour sessions. And as mentioned, climbing shrines is pretty straightforward and you will never get lost. Once you reach the top, pay respect to the shrine and get the charm of Kanayago and make sure to equip it. This charm increases the drop rate of copper ores and metals for your weapon upgrades. Don't ever remove this until the guide ends, since you need to stock up as much as metal and copper ore as you can, and you can also sell your excess copper ores for money later on. Next is unlocking your first altar of reflection in Shirahige Falls, and I'm showing the location on the screen right now. The altar of reflection is just behind the waterfalls. Unlock the shrine and get the skill Heavenly Slash under the katana skill tree for more firepower. You can use this katana skill to damage or take out medium to elite type targets. It's time to take on your first enemy camp in this guide. Whether you do stealth approach or fight head on, it's up to you. But always remember to loot every soldier that you kill and also get every raw material that you can find in every camp you liberate. You can also use this enemy camp to earn easy copper ore materials and easy money. For more specific details, I suggest checking my early money farming spot guide that I mentioned, link in the description as always. After defeating the key enemy leader in this compound, unlock the altar of reflection and get the perfect parry skill. Parries in this game are so broken and not hard to pull off, so I suggest starting to master parries as early as now. Also at this time, you can easily upgrade your weapons back at your old home to have more damage per second. Make it a habit to check the notifications of your weapon upgrades and get every upgrade you can when they are available or have the necessary materials. Not far from your camp location, it's time to unlock your first money-making place, the Kuttara Gambling Den. Upon arriving in your location, talk to the previous owner of the den, and he will ask you to help him to take over the gambling den once again. It will spark a battle at the location, and after that, the owner of the den will ask you to play Zeni Hajiki. Take your time understanding the mechanics of this game, as this minigame will be your fastest money farming method along with bounties and manual materials farming. The key in this minigame is to use Atsu's middle finger to gauge the strength of your flick. It's hard to understand and see this while I'm demonstrating it, but once you try it for yourself, it will make sense. Once you beat the owner, play again to win the charm of abundant drink, so you can have an additional socket charge in your build. In every gambling den or inn that you visit in the world, always remember to play Zeni Hajiki twice at least to get the exclusive charm it offers. You need to have as many charms as you can get your hands on, since the number of charms unlocks more slots and upgrade the slots as well. If you followed my money farming guide and farm a little bit in Zeni Hajiki, you can go back to the inn to buy both the medium and longbow if you wish to. Located at the back of the gambling den, have your first bath in the Horizon View Hot Spring. Hot Spring increases your maximum HP in this game, and since this is your first time, you will get the Charm of Thoughtful Restoration as a bonus. Showing the location of your next destination, talk to the Ainu trader who will ask you to get the Repungkur Canteen quest item. Do the parkours and get the item on the cliffs, and it's hard to miss this. Continue climbing the cliffs and you will find your first Pillar of the Fallen with a Weeping Widow with it. Talk to the woman and get your first weapon cosmetics. Head back to the Ainu trader's location to complete the mini quests. Now this guide skipped the locations of all Ainu items and Pillar of the Fallens since they are not a priority and don't affect your progress and builds to save time. If a certain cosmetic provides a game-changing effect, you will find it in this guide. This also applies to Sumi-e Points of Interest, where you will paint certain vistas and get headgear cosmetic as well. Although unlocking Sumi-e locations will improve one of the best charms in the game, so I suggest hunting these cosmetics and quest items in your own time. Sumi-e locations are marked as paintbrushes on your map and you will never miss this if you explore carefully. The next step is unlocking the Dueling Tree quest, which is one of the important side quests in the game. Approach the tree, the Tail Master Ugetsu will tell you a story about Takezo the Unrivaled. This quest will require you to beat Takezo's disciples stationed under dueling trees placed around the world, which is of course I will cover as well. Next is heading to Bamboo Ticket location, and I'm showing the location on the screen right now, and you will find a series of bamboo trees to cut. Notice that soldiers are guarding the area, so clear them out first. After clearing the soldiers, head to the cliffside part of the area and notice that there's a grappling tree available for you to use and access the lower area. This path will lead you to the Altar of Reflection and unlock the EI Lightning Strikes, so your EI strikes will hit like an absolute truck. We do have a little detour this time, and remember the missing monk that Isaburo the cartographer wants you to find. Head to the location that I'm showing on the screen right now so we can find the guy. He will lead you to the next Altar of Reflection and unlock the Strength of Lightning skill under the Katana tree. The enemy soldiers will ambush you, so clear them out easily. The next step is unlocking your first fox den in this guide, the Flowing Water Fox Den. Approach the location and the fox will lead you to the altar where you can get the Charm of Assassin's Resolve. Just like the other points of interest, take note of this format since all of the fox den in the game will have the same progression design. The next step is beating your first Takezo's disciple under a dueling tree near the Shikotsu River. Beating this guy will give you Takezo's Charm of Unrelenting Warrior as a reward. Not far from the Dueling Tree's location, unlock the Lakeview Fox Den and get the Charm of Uncanny Aim as a reward. Just follow the fox and you will never get lost. Now the next step can be tricky because of its trigger, so I will be mentioning this now. I believe that the merchant involved in this step appears randomly whenever you set up a camp, or he appears randomly with his own camp near the old stable. He will sell you the Kanimori's two-face mask, which I highly suggest buying for 1,000 coins since it will be useful for your money farming runs when storming enemy camps. You will gain additional damage by just wearing it, but it lowers your defense in exchange. But that's not an issue since enemies can barely hit you when farming for money. And again, check my early money farming video in the description. If the merchant doesn't spawn in the location that I shown you, just wait for him to visit your camp later on. Moving on to the next step, and it is unlocking the Yotei Shadow Hot Spring to get another HP upgrade. This hot spring is located near Shikotsu Woods. Our next destination is the Blue Flowered Cemetery, where you will be up against Crow Genzo. Upon arriving in the area, head to the intersection of the cemetery to find the Altar of Reflection. Whether you accepted the bounty from the bounty board or not, Crow Genzo's bounty will commence on its own upon reaching the Blue Flowered Cemetery, and this applies to other bounties as well. Defeat Crow Genzo in a standoff fight to unlock the Metsubushi's quick firearm or side weapon. Complete the Metsubushi tutorial and unlock the Altar of Reflection and get the Resolve of Lightning skill under the Katana tree. The next step is solving your first Reliquary puzzle. Head to the location that I'm showing you right now and talk to the woman near the stone monument for a brief introduction about reliquaries in general. To solve this puzzle, there are 4 turning wall pedestals around the monument. Each of the wall's pedestals should face the direction where Mount Yotei is. Mount Yotei is the highest mountain in the area, so it is hard to miss. Get the charm of Mount Yotei, which is one of the best defensive charm in the game. Moving on by finding and unlocking the Sarubetsu River Altar of Reflection. Unlock the altar and get the skill Disarm Counter under the attack skill tree. The next step is getting another HP upgrade by heading to the Wild Clearing Hot Spring. The more HP you have, the better of course. Not far from the previous Hot Springs location, head to the Wild Clearing Altar of Reflection and unlock the Onryo Strike skill under the attack skill tree. This is your strongest attack in the game that can also disarm targets. Very powerful stuff. Head to the location that I'm showing on the screen right now. And let's upgrade our spirit charges by visiting the Nupur River Bamboo Strikes. The Bamboo Strike is located in the center of a secluded location and you enter it by accessing a crawl space. Talk to the practicing newbie swordsman and he will let you strike the bamboo for your spirit upgrade. Another wolf upgrade is waiting for us by visiting the Great Mountain Wolf Den. Follow the wolf and clear the enemy in the camp to get the upgrade and unlock the wolf's vengeance this time around. Our next step is liberating Saito's recruitment camp for another skill tree upgrade. Clear all of the enemies in the camp and take out the enemy leader to gain access to the Altar of Reflection. And this time, get the roll skill from the survival tree. And the Graven Meadow altar's location is being shown on the screen right now. The altar's location is secluded, so you just need to cut the bamboo trees with your katana to gain access to the altar. Get the Onryo's Will skill under the survival tree. Head to the location on the screen right now and we will unlock another Altar of Reflection for more upgrades. The altar is hidden behind a mini side quest located on one of the tall rocks in this area. To complete this mini quest, notice the lowest tall rock that I am heading towards now, where you can easily climb. You will see a tree branch that you can use your grappling hook to reach the next tall rock. Head to the upper area of the tall rock you are on by using the rocks for you to wall climb. This will lead you to a series of platforming and parkours as well, and eventually will lead you to a broken tree with a note. Play your shamisen and the guy sleeping nearby will get annoyed and wake up. He will then lower the ladder for you to access his snap spot, so head down and access the ladder that he just dropped. Climb until you reach the upper area of the tall rock where the Altar of Reflection is located. Unlock the Improves Onryo's Will upgrade under the survival tree. It's time for some action and we will liberate Outcrop Homestead this time around. Nothing special in this camp, so clear all of the enemy soldiers guarding the area and take out their leader. Unlock the Killer Instinct upgrade under the Assassination skill tree for your technique upgrade. Near Outcrop Homestead, visit Master's Kojiro Garden. Also, the location is being shown right here. Head to the upper area of the garden where the main garden house is located. Head to the location where the two Japanese tatami are located and access your memory. Talk to Atsu's mother who is trimming the garden and she will ask you for your help. Just follow the directions that your mother will ask you to do, and these are all pretty straightforward. After the first memory is done, head to the main entrance of the garden where the huge arch is located. Access the memory feature and find your mother organizing a wagon. Follow your mother's direction again to complete the memory and you will be placing fish eggs. Once the memory is done, the next memory is just near your current location. Access the memory and talk to your mother, and this time, you will help her plant sapling seeds. When the memory is done, Master Kojiro will find you himself and the rest are pretty straightforward. Follow the sequence from here and eventually, you will unlock the Song of the Spirit. This song helps you track bamboo strikes in the world, useful when this guide ends. Near Master Kojiro's garden, visit and unlock the Yotei bamboo strike for another spirit charge upgrade. There's also a fox that you can pet here, so take your time. Next is unlocking the White Dye Merchant for your cosmetic purposes. The merchant is just sitting in front of her establishment, so talk to her so you can buy white armor dyes, masks, and weapon kits for your katanas. Okay, so another major shrine that you need to climb and prepare for a long trek and exploration. Once you reach the entrance, after a series of short parkours, and mountain climbing will finally start. No other paths on your way to the top, so you will never get lost here. Once you are on the top of Mount Yotei, follow the torii gates here while navigating a series of rocks. Eventually, you will see the shrine. Bow to the shrine to get mother and father's charms, which are both great charms, especially your father's. Notice that there's an altar in the middle of Mount Yotei. head down to the center of the mountain and unlock the Altar of Reflection. Get the Brute Assassination skill upgrade under the Assassination skill tree. Since you are already here, you can unlock the Pillar of the Fallen on the other side of the mountain. Just climb back up and get the Starlight Abyss weapon kit after interacting with the pillar. After the shrine, the next thing to do is to defeat another Takeso's disciple near the Mount Yotei's entrance. This is the second dueling tree so far, and beating the disciple will give you Takeso's charm of renewed determination as a reward. Now here's one of the meatiest steps in this guide, which is getting one of the best armors in the game at this early stage. Head to the location that I just showed you, and Soma's bounty will automatically commence. You will be fighting other samurai that hunt Soma as well, so take them out first. Access the lock gate inside the cave, and Atsu needs to mimic Soma's tune. So access your shamisen and play the song of Soma. The lock gate will then open, and you will be doing a series of parkours to reach Soma. Follow the straightforward path in here and you will find Soma playing his flute, and then the two of you will start the duel. After beating this guy, you will complete the bounty and he will ask you to play his song with you. After the scene, get the Bounty Master armor set and as much as possible, upgrade it as high as you can. And you will never go wrong with this armor. This armor can even make the hardest bosses in the game looks like child's play because the armors allow you to pull off easy parries and perfect dodges, and allows you to perform 3 consecutive high damaging counter attacks after each parry at max upgrade. The next step is getting the charm of Iron Focus in Ainu hunting grounds. Upon reaching the area, speak to the children and another memory of yours will start to trigger. Complete the Ainu rings minigame by shooting the moving rings with your arrows. After completing the first minigame, try again with your present self and you just need to hit 3 rings in total to get the charm of Iron Focus as a reward. Continuing the steps and just nearby your location, you can unlock the Grassy Hill Fox Den. Just follow the fox and it will lead you to the altar where you can get the charm of Brutal Volley. The next step is unlocking the Hidden Cliff Hot Spring near your current location, and it is to have another HP boost as usual for your builds. And this is going to be your last point of interest in Yotei Grasslands. By now, we've already explored almost 100% of Yotei Grasslands if you followed all of the steps so far and you did all of the bounties as well. Before we head to the next major area, make sure to max out your Bounty Master armor. Get all of the weapon upgrades you can for the Katana and Dual Katana, and you should also have the medium and longbow by now. If you are still struggling with money, check my early money farming guide in the description for your convenience. With all that said and done, head to the gate of Ishikari Plains, which I'm showing you the location on the screen right now. Approach the gate and give at least 10 coins to the beggar near the gate and you will thank him later. Approach the gate and the guard will stop you from entering because you don't have a permit to cross. The beggar will actually give you one for you to use. After crossing the gate, you will be engaging with predetermined paths here along with main story events. To avoid spoilers, I will skip these parts as everything here is straightforward. After a heartful reunion, you and your companion will arrive at the nearest Matsumaya camp. You will get a free bamboo strike while following this event. Not for long, the Ishikari Plains will open up for you to progress and explore. The first objective in Ishikari Plains is to unlock the Scorch Bomb quickfire weapon. You can do so by heading to Fire Cricket Canyon, and upon reaching this location, you will notice that there's a lot of soldiers attacking an individual. Dive into the fight and follow the narrow pathway while taking out the enemy soldiers in your path. Squeeze into the wooden fence and follow the cave, and you will be thrown in with another group of soldiers that you need to clear. Once all of the soldiers are dead, Ina will talk to you and teach you how to use her Scorch Bomb. The two of you will continue to defend the canyon with Scorch Bombs until the quest ends and unlock the sub-weapon. If you ever need to upgrade your Scorch Bombs, Ina is the one you need to visit. Before heading to the next step, loot every soldier who died in this encounter to finally get Oni Raider mask pieces, which will allow you to upgrade all of your main weapons to the next level. Almost every enemy in Ishikari Plains drops Oni Raider mask pieces, so be sure to keep on the lookout. So this is the time to fast travel back to your old home and upgrade your katana and other weapons. We are back in Ishikari Plains, and getting more upgrades is the next step, and unlocking the Ishikari River Altar of Reflection for another technique. Get the Slaughter Leader skill under the Assassination tree and move on. From here on out, head to Ishikari Market, which is not far from your current location. When you arrive in this location, explore all of the features of this town since this is your main hub for now. Ginji is here for your armor upgrades, Isaburo the cartographer is here as well for your map needs, and there are also Ainu traders in here for your armor dice. Your second Zeni Hajiki minigame is also here. After you are done checking the place, head to the bounty board and accept every bounty available. And the Mad Goro bounty here will lead you to progress the main story. You will be thrown into a fight against the Oni soldiers in town, so take them out to progress. Talk to the owner of the sake house and also the one you rescued to gather leads where you can find Mad Goro. The owner of the sake house will give you a free sake and Jubei will meet you in the same location. I will be skipping the next turn of events as it will be spoilers. But don't you worry, everything here is straightforward and you will be following Jubei most of the time. Past Ishikari Market, your investigation will lead you to Iwami Village, where you will look for more leads. Then you will be directed to Bear Rock and then Gale's Reprieve. Again, don't worry about getting lost here and all of the objectives here are guided and marked on your map. You will be tasked to eliminate all of the soldiers in Gale's Reprieve and check their corpses. Mad Goro will show himself and the two of you will chase him straight to his hideout, where you need to defeat this guy in a duel. Beating Goro will complete the quest and you will find yourself with a wolf in your setup camp. We will continue the exploration of Ishikari Plains from here on out. Not far from your current location, unlock the Smoky Mountain Hot Spring for another sweet HP upgrade. From the campfire, head to your left and climb the ledges to reach the upper section where the hot spring is located. We will postpone the exploration on the part of this map where we fought Mad Goro and instead, fast travel back to Ishikari Market and win Zeni Hajiki twice to get the charm of Fire Mastery. Next is unlocking the Bear Rock Hot Spring, which I'm showing the location where I am. This hot spring is a little bit tricky to find, so once you are in the area, a golden bird will appear that you can follow. Follow the bird while navigating a slowly increasing slope that will eventually lead you to a higher ground. If you think you are lost, the bird is always there for you to follow. You are in the right direction if you see the hot spring already from a distance. When you finally reach the higher ground, you will do a series of parkours and grappling hooks to get around the hot spring and to finally unlock it and get your HP upgrade. Not far from the hot springs location, find the Bear Rock Altar of Reflection for a technique upgrade. You can just use the dirt slide nearby and head straight to the direction where the altar is located. Climb the ledges and unlock the Altar of Reflection and get the skill Perfect Dodge under the survival tree. Next is unlocking the Blind Bomb Quickfire weapon, and I believe you already have the Fighting Fire with Fire quest active after you unlock the Scorch Bomb. But if you don't have it, visit Ina in the Fire Cricket Canyon and talk to her. Once you have the quest, head to the barrack area, which I'm showing the location on the screen right now, and find the bench where you can get Scorch Bomb to call Ina. Throw a Scorch Bomb in the area to formally start the side quest. Follow Ina and you will never be lost here, and eventually, the two of you will find a cave with a bear in it. Use your bow to headshot the bear and end the fight. Ina will find the hidden stash and you can open it by throwing a Scorch Bomb on it and get blind bombs from the stash inside the hole. Complete the quest by continuously following Ina and the two of you will ambush a wagon full of niter. Once all of the enemies are dead, speak to Ina near the wagon to complete the quest. If you want to upgrade your blind bombs on the other hand, just talk to Ina in Fire Cricket Canyon just like what you did in Scorch Bomb. Not far from your current location, head to where the Reliquary of Strength is located. To solve this puzzle, all of the red Oni mask pedestals should be looking away from the statue, while the single wall pedestal should be looking directly at the stone. This will upgrade your Mount Yotei charm and will also give you the Yotei shelter hat for your cosmetic needs. Time for some action, and this time, we will liberate Nishin Fishery located in Otaru Beach. Before you continue, you can actually farm this location for more Oni masks and more money, and I suggest checking my mid-game money farming guide for the exact directions. If you don't want to farm, clear all enemies including the leader enemy in the fishery to unlock another Altar of Reflection. Get the Ear Storm under the Katana tree, and by now, you're about to max out the Katana skill tree. Near Nishin Fishery, you will notice that there are torii gates leading to another shrine. Follow the gates until you reach a fork and then take the pathway to the left first to unlock a Pillar of the Fallen nearby. Get the infamous strike weapon kit upon doing so. Head to the fork and follow the Torii gates, and once again, notice that there's a tree branch that you can use for your grappling hooks to get across. This will lead you to a straightforward parkour sequence and eventually reach the shrine. Interact with the altar and get the charm of Izanagi as a reward. More altars to unlock, and this time, head to the Howling Cove Altar of Reflection. Access the ledges to reach the upper section of the tall rock you are on where the altar is located. Unlock Iya Lightning Storm under the Katana skill tree to fully max the tree by now. The next step is liberating Broken Horn Garrison, which is not far from your current location. Clear the enemy soldiers and take out the enemy leader to complete this objective while also saving a specific NPC. This NPC will give you the charm of Blind Drunk as a reward. Unlock the Altar of Reflection and get the concentration skill under the range skill tree to complete this step. Another meaty step is we will be unlocking the Yari weapon type, and you can do so by visiting Modaiwa Island. Head to the lone house in the center of the island and interact with the wooden Yari punched into the ground. Sensei Takahashi will confront you in a duel, and after you win the duel, you will be his official trainee. I will be skipping this part as everything is pretty straightforward and you will be doing lots of simple activities to master the Yari. After you finish your basic training, the Oni Raiders will start to storm the place. Clear them out and complete the initial quest of the Yari and unlock the weapon type permanently. If you have the resources, you can go back to your old home to upgrade your Yari for more damage. More exploration waiting for us, and this time, locate the Urara Forest Far Fox Den. After arriving at the location, the fox is inside the burning area, and to get there, climb the nearest tall rocks and use your grappling hook to get to where the fox is. Follow the fox and it will eventually lead you to the altar and get the charm of Resolute Victory. The next step is liberating the Oni's Breath In. One of the samurai will play a riddle game with you, but in my opinion, answering the riddles with right or wrong answers will not matter. The events will still lead to a bloody battle, and take every enemy in this battle to liberate the inn and complete this objective. Liberating the Oni's Breath In will unlock another Zeni Hajiki minigame, and you know the drill. You win the game twice to get another charm, which is the charm of the Stolen Flame. Just outside the inn, there's a bamboo strikes that is up for grabs. Unlock it and get another spirit charge upgrade along with the free mask. Continue the exploration, and the next location is the Kappa Hot Spring. Head to the location and bait in it for another sweet HP upgrade. Heading on to the next step, which is unlocking the Urara Forest Altar of Reflection for another technique upgrade. Get the Relentless Flurry skill under the Dual Katana tree and you are all set. The next step is liberating the Higashi Lumberyard. Nothing special in this camp aside from having a bounty soldier. Clear all of the enemies in the premise and eventually have a duel with Kojiro to clear the bounty and liberate the lumberyard at the same time. This will also progress your current Yari quest, and you will also unlock another Altar of Reflection and get the deflecting strikes under the Dual Katana skill tree. Another shrine that we need to complete is the Winding Tear Shrine. Head to the location where the shrine is located, and to start the climb, you can use the ledges near the Torii gates to progress, skipping the straightforward parkours and getting the charm of Homosubi from the shrine as a reward. Moving on by unlocking Sensei Takahashi's dojo in White Deer Woodlands so we can easily fast travel here later. Unlock the Altar of Reflection while you are here near the training ground and get the jump kick upgrade under the attack skill tree. Head to the Twin Path Fox Den near Takahashi's dojo and get another charm. Following the fox will give you the charm of Enduring Resolve as a reward. Another Altar of Reflection for us to unlock, which I'm showing the location here. Use the grappling hook on the branch to reach the upper section of the rocks to find the altar. Unlock the Typhoon Sweep upgrade under the Yari skill tree. Ready your blades as we will liberate another enemy camp, and this time, head to the Masked Man's Quarry. Clear all of the enemies here including the leader to complete this step, and then unlock the Altar of Reflection and get the Strength of the Winds upgrade under the Dual Katana skill tree. We will be getting another wolf upgrade this time and head to the location of the Dying Fire Wolf's Den. Clear the soldiers where the captured wolf is located and get the wolf's ferocity upgrade. Okay, so more Altar of Reflection, and this one is located in Nakagoya Springs. Head to the location and the altar is located on a rock that you can access by locating the ledges that you can use to climb the rock. unlock the Altar of Reflection, and get the improved Tempest Strike upgrade under the Dual Katana skill tree. Finishing up the last points of interest in the north and northwestern part of the Ishikari Plains. And the next one is unlocking the Cloud View Hot Spring for another HP upgrade. Just access the ledges and 3 branches for you to reach the upper section of the rock where the hot spring is located. Near the hot spring that we just activated, head to the Rumoy Bamboo Strike location. There's a newbie samurai using the Bamboo Strike, so ask him to spar with you. Then after he takes a little bit of damage, unlock the Bamboo Strike to gain another Spirit Charge upgrade for your convenience. Head to the location of the Yokai's Nest Altar of Reflection to gain another skill. Use the grappling hook on the broken tree to gain height. Then follow the straightforward parkour lane, and then the altar is waiting at the end. Unlock the Dual Tempest Strike, and by this time, the Dual Katana tree should be 90% completed. Ready your blades once again as we will liberate Jikoku Fortress. The main difference now here is that you will be meeting another bounty hunter named Shiro just outside the fortress. Head to the location that I'm showing on the screen right now and approach the mini hut in the area. A bounty hunter will then duel you, however, Shiro will kill the guy and she will ask for your cooperation to rob Jikoku Fortress. Agree to his terms and the two of you will access a hidden entrance to the fortress. From here, you will survey the camp then storm it. Just follow Shiro's lead while fighting the soldiers guarding the area and you will never get lost. Prepare for a series of fights but nothing really serious, and eventually, the two of you will find the money cart. The enemy leader Kudo will fight the two of you and Shiro will bounce. Beat the enemy leader and the quest will end and you will liberate the fortress as well. More wolf upgrades for us, and this time, head to the Old Wounds Wolf's Den. Follow the wolf as usual and clear the enemy soldiers guarding the captive wolf, and get the Wolf Skull skill and move on. You will also unlock the Song of Wolf during this instance so you can call your companion before storming an enemy camp. Okay, so a little bit of fun here is to unlock the Red Dye Merchant for your cosmetic needs. To summon the merchant, light the nearby campfire and she will heed your call. You can buy your weapon kits and red armor dice in here, so take whatever you need. Head to the Shamisens Practice location. You will unlock another song, which is the Song of Well-Being, which you can use to hunt down hot springs, useful in endgame areas later on after this guide ends. It is time for another meaty armor upgrade, and head to the Storyteller's Rest location to formally start the quest, which I'm showing you the location on the screen right now. Don't mind the unclear points of interest in here as this was recorded from another save. Talk to Getsu to start the quest and he will tell you the tale of the Undying Samurai. You will be hunting 4 bells in total to summon the Undying Samurai later on, and the first bell is located near your location, placed near the camp. The second bell is located in Nakagoya Spring. Get the bell hanging from a spear near a tree. That's 2 bells out of 4. The next or the third bell is located on the cliff near the stone Joe Coast. Use your grappling hook to nudge the body down and follow the cliffs where the body fell and use the grappling hook to reach the lower area safely. Get the third bell and it's time to hunt the fourth one. The fourth bell is located in Rumoy River between the Wolf's Den and Bamboo Strikes in the map that I'm showing on the screen right now. Kill the samurai who got the bell and you will have all 4 bells to complete the quest. This is the exciting part, and head to the northwestern edge of the Ishikari Plains and head to the location that I'm showing on the screen right now. At the edge of the cliff, use your grappling hook to access the lower part of the area. Use the ledge and climb all the way down and enter the nearby cave. Navigate the straightforward cave in here and eventually you will reach the boss arena. Hang the 4 bells on each pole here to summon the Undying Samurai. The Undying Samurai will appear and the duel will start, and you will defeat the Undying Samurai at all costs and the armor set will be yours. After the fight, Ugetsu will talk to you again, formally closing the quest. You can fast travel to Ginji to max out the armor if you want to, and you will never be wrong upgrading this armor. We are about to clear all of the points of interest in Ishikari Plains, and the next one is liberating Bold Kaji Forge. Just like the other camps, clear all the enemies here to complete the step, but you will also need to rescue the blacksmith Kotetsu. After rescuing Kotetsu, he will reward you with the charm of Canon Steps. Also unlock the Altar of Reflection in the process and get the Strength of Waters upgrade under the Yari skill tree. By this time, you have completed all of the side quests of the Yari, and it's time to head back to Takahashi's dojo. Find Takahashi in the persimmon tree and he will start to train you again after the conversation. He will teach you the last spirit technique of the yari inside his dojo. Complete the tutorial and the technique will be yours. Only raiders will storm the place, so clear all of the enemy soldiers to complete the quest. Once the yari quest is done, progressing the main story is our next step. So fast travel back to Ishikari market and find Jubei waiting on the outskirts of the town. For the sake of spoilers, I'll be skipping this whole section as Jubei and Asu will try to infiltrate Ishikari castle. Don't worry as everything is straightforward and guided. You will never be lost in the castle. After the messy events in Ishikari Castle, head back to the Ishikari market to receive your first Onryo gift and get the charm of Fearful Strikes. The events in Ishikari Castle also unlock the mercenary attire for your armor collection. Continue the main quest by heading to the Matsumae encampment. Talk to the samurai guarding the main gate and he will stop you from entering. Facing the samurai, head to your right and notice that there's a gate that has just opened. Head through the gate and follow the scaffolding that will lead you to a secret path near the camp. The main story will let you survey the camp and I will be skipping the steps here again to avoid spoilers. Finding Mad Goro in his cell will lead you to a fiery encounter with Jubei. After the fiery encounter, it's time to continue the main story, and you need to find Jubei in the Matsumae encampment just north of Ishikari Plains. Jubei and Asu will track Mad Goro again, located in the farthest northern part of the Ishikari Plain. Just follow Jubei and you will never get lost here. Once you find Mad Goro in a shrine, you will get the charm of Hachiman for paying respect to the shrine. A small-scale encounter will also unlock the Oni's Flame, one of your strongest quickfire weapons in the game. After the battle, Mad Goro will give you more leads to progress in the story. After the main story, fast travel back to Fire Cricket Canyon to upgrade the Oni's Blade ammo capacity to max if you have the materials. It's time to finally end the Ishikari Plain chapter of the game by continuing the main story. Find Jubei in Stonejoe Coast, and talking to Jubei will eventually lead you to a series of platforming to reach the Ishikari Castle. Follow the straightforward objectives to reach the climax in Ishikari Castle. At the end of this main quest, the Ishikari Castle will be crippled greatly. Jubei and Atsu will part ways for now, and we will still have few business in Ishikari Plains before wrapping this area. I just lost my recording here, but another Onryo gift is available for you to get in Ishikari Market. Get it first and your Onryo armor was upgraded as well after the main story event. One last step to do here is liberating Ishikari Castle. To do so, head to Sensei Takahashi's dojo to form the assault for the castle. You will be in charge of controlling the bohiya to burn the remaining Oni raiders inside the castle. Once all of the targets are dead, Ina, Atsu, and Sensei Takahashi will celebrate their victory over Ishikari Castle. If you did all of the bounties while following this guide, there are no activities left for you in Ishikari Plain, so it's time to move on. We are finally back in the main section of the map and we will set up the activities in Tokachi Range this time. The next destination is Blowing Ridge Shrine, and past the white fields of flowers and the Torii gates, the straightforward climb will start. Reach the top of the mountain and reach the shrine and get the charm of Ameno Wakahiko. Head to the next altar of reflection near where the shrine is located. After approaching the area, you will see a wounded samurai. Talk to him and learn about the 3 terrors bounties. Basically, there are 3 mini-bosses inside the cave that you need to defeat, and they all have bounties on their head. Enter the cave and the first mini-boss is guarding the first section of the area. But what we are here for is the altar of reflection, so let's get that first. During the first section of the cave, you will see another exit with statues with gold paint on them. Follow that exit and do a few parkours here and there, and you will eventually find the altar. Get the Quelling Waves upgrade under the Yari skill tree. After unlocking the altar, you do have an option to get back in the cave to hunt the remaining mini-bosses. Our next step is heading to the Prospector's Camp's location, where a guy with a bear will ask you to put a charm on a certain grave. But Taro has the charm, so head to the Deadman's Tree's location, which I'm showing on the map right now, to find Taro and buy the charm. And after buying the charm, head to the Monument Tree where Mari's grave is located. There's a guy who will tell you that they don't want Toku's charm, so you will keep it yourself. Head back to the Prospector Camp to complete the quest. Near Taro's location or the Deadman's Tree, we need to clear the Amber's Respite Shrine to get another charm. You'll be doing a lot of parkour and mountain climbing on this one, and once you reach the shrine, get the Charm of Masakado as a reward. It's been a while since we cleared a dueling tree, so head to the Yubari Lake dueling tree. Access this area by squeezing through a narrow pathway, and the tree and the disciple is just waiting right ahead of you. Beat this guy and get Takeso's Charm of Bold Deflection as a reward. Head back to the monument tree where we previously visited, and there's an altar that you can activate for another technique upgrade. Get the Torrential Slash technique under the Yari skill tree. The next step is heading to Yubari Lake and notice that there's an Ainu man who plays Tonkuri. He will then ask you to get a smooth stone in the mountain pool area not far from your current location. Reach the area and defeat all the enemies and get the smooth stone quest item. Head back to the guy and give the stone to complete the quest, and completing this quest will help you get a song later on when you arrive in Ainu village. Get an Ainu item collection as a reward as well. The next step is heading to the Warm Plains Fox Den, which is just near your current location. Follow the fox here until you reach the shrine and you will be rewarded with the Charm of Archer's Fortune. The next step is more wolf upgrade for us. So head to the Hunter's Watch Wolf's Den, follow the wolf and clear the enemies holding the captive wolf to get another skill tree upgrade. Get the wolf standoff as your next upgrade and move on. The Quiet Valley Hot Spring is our next stop for another HP upgrade. Head there and soak your sore body after all of that fighting to get its benefits. The next stop is Hiranui Rest Inn. Just like other hubs in the game, this is where you can upgrade your armor and buy materials. Make sure to get the Bamboo Strike to get another spirit upgrade, and if you follow the guide so far, you should have 6 spirit charges in total by now. You know the drill. You need to win at least 2 matches of Zeni Hajiki in the Hiranui Rest Inn. Access the second floor of the inn, clear at least 2 matches, and get the Charm of Resourceful Protection. Time for some action and we will liberate a small mill located in Hiranui Cliffs. Nothing special about this camp, just clear the enemy soldiers and the leader who has a bounty on his head as well and liberate the camp. Unlock the Strike of Typhoons technique under the Yari skill tree. Finally, another weapon type that will be yours, and I'm showing the location on the screen right now. Head to Master Yoshida's dojo and you can find him on the bridge. He will train you and you will be engaging in predetermined battles. Just follow Master Yoshida and you will never get lost. After all of the events in the dojo, the odachi will be yours permanently. And finally, upgrade your odachi to max if you can in your old home. By now, you already have 4 weapon types at your disposal, and the Kusarigama is the only weapon type that needs to be unlocked. From here, you should focus on maxing the skill tree of the odachi after hunting more altars and completing the remaining objectives of Master Yoshida's quest. Most importantly, hunt down the remaining dueling tree in the area to get the dual katana special spirit move. That's a lot of steps and they are more than enough to give you the perfect start in the game. This guide took me days and grueling effort to make, and I would appreciate it you liking the video and subscribing to the channel for more Ghost of Yotei guides and sharing this guide with your friends so they can also enjoy its benefits when starting Yotei. I appreciate you reaching this point and thank you for watching as always. But what if you want to know the best tips when starting this game? Click on this video and I will catch you on the next one.